Okay, so let's continue with the third question where we have y equals 1 over 3 x plus 6. This is subject of a formula. So we are asked to make x the subject of the formula of this particular relation. Okay, and to make x the subject of the formula, it implies that you want x to stay alone. Do you understand me? Okay, so now you can be talking and asking me questions wherever you are confused. You understand me now? So now, since we have that y is equal to 1 over 3x plus 6, and we are required to make x subject of the formula, do you know you can write this as y equals x over 3 plus 6? Okay, I hope you know. Yeah, so now to make x subject, you have to multiply everything by what? 3 to clear this fraction. Do you understand now? Okay, so I have to multiply through by 3 to clear fraction. Multiply through by 3 so that the fraction will be clear. When 3 times 6y, I shall get 3y, because when 3 multiplies x over 3, the 3 will cancel out here. When 3 times 6, I will have what? 18. So 3y is equal to x plus 18. Is that not so? Now, to make to make x the subject of the formula, you have to remove the 18 here so that x is staying alone. And this 18 is plus. When it comes to this side, it becomes what? Minus. Do you understand what I'm doing? So here, 3y minus 18 is equal to what? X. Therefore, x is 3y minus 18. At this point in time, we have successfully made x the subject of the formula. You are correct still for what you did. You wrote minus 18 first before what? 3y, which is still perfect. Okay, so I believe you've copied this. So let's get into the second question. Equals 2x plus 5. This is simpler compared to the previous question we solved. As usual, for this x to stay alone, this plus 5 has to come to the right hand side, to the left hand side, sorry. And when it comes to the left hand side, it will change from plus 5 to what? Minus 5. Therefore, we can write that y minus 5 is equal to 2x. Now, x is not yet alone. The number 2 is disturbing x. And because this number 2 is disturbing x, you have to divide both sides by what? 2. So that x stays alone. You have over 2 over 2. 2 cancels out. So x is now y minus 5 all over 2. And that is just the answer. Let's take more, because this thing, the more we solve, the more you understand. Is that not so? Okay, so are you having any questions so far? Is there anything confusing you? You can speak up and ask me questions so that I can clarify you. So have 10 seconds to do that. Is there? Okay.
What if you like solve it like this? You move the 2x here and the y will now come.
Okay, you said what if I have y is 2x plus 5. I move the 2x to this side, then the sign becomes negative 2x, right? So it must be negative equals 5 is here, right?
Yeah.
When y comes here, y becomes negative. Do you understand? Because y is negative here already. Then you are dividing both sides by minus what? 2. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2 cancels out. You would have stopped here, 5 minus y over minus 2. But this negative can go into every number up here. Okay? So when negative goes into 5, we have negative what? 5. Negative to negative is what? Positive. All over what? 2. The minus, a minus 2 goes away. And you know that minus 5 plus y is equivalent to what? Y minus what? 5. They are still the same thing. So whichever value you have, they are correct. Do you understand this? So I should clean and bring in another question. Okay, so I'll clean up. Here in number 5, I think, we have y equals 3x minus 2 all over 5. That is what you're having. And whenever you're having a fraction like this, it is wise you do cross multiply, isn't it? If you cross multiply, 3x minus 2 is going into 1, which I have 3x minus 2 equals 5 times y is giving me 5y, isn't it? Now, I have to move in this negative 2 to the right hand side so that my x will begin to stay alone. So I will have 3x is 5y plus 2. Then I will divide both sides by what? 3. By 3. By 3. 3 cancels out. So x is equal to 5y plus 2 all over 3. All over 3. So this is now the value of x. I have successfully made x the subject of the formula. Okay. Please put it down. Let's get another one. We will solve as much as possible so that you can understand me. Explain now. So we shall take up another question. Are you done copying this?
Yes.
Okay, so I should clean this. Here, compared to the ones you've been solving, after the sixth question, where you have y equals x plus 5 all squared, and we asked to make x subject of the formula. Like today, we are just treating subject of the formula that concerns only 2 variables. You can observe here that the 2 variables you can see are just x and what? Y. There could be a situation whereby you'll be required to make variables that contains up to make a formula that contains up to 5 variables at the same time, and you're asked to make one of them subject of the word formula. It should be the next level we shall discuss. But for the meantime, we need to master the process of making 2 variables and sometimes 3 variables subject of the formula. So you can experience 3 variables, more than 3 in number 8, where you have ax plus c is equal to bx minus what? D. So this kind of question now, if you want to make x the subject of the formula, you are seeing a power of 2 here, right? Just find the square root. Very good. You find the square root of what?
Everything.
Both sides. Or you raise everything to the power of what? Half. Okay? Do you know why I'm raising to the power of half?
Because it's like square rooting.
Yes, and also it will make this 2 to cancel out. Yeah, that's the essence. So that's why we say find the square root of both sides. This cancels out, and any number power of half means square root of that number equals x plus what? 5. Now to get my x, I'll move plus 5 to the left hand side. It will change to minus 5. So I have square root of y minus 5 is equivalent to what? X. So therefore, x is square root of y minus 5. I have successfully made x the subject of the formula. Okay? Number 7. Can you solve number 7? Can you?
Yes.
And solve number 7 if you think you can. If you couldn't, I will still help you.
I can't, don't worry.
You can?
I can't.
You cannot? You're afraid to be seen by viewers? Huh?
That's not the
Okay. 3x minus 5y is equal to 5x plus 4, right? And we are to make x subject of the formula. We just need to collect like terms. To collect like terms, I will mix x with x. So I have 3x minus 5x equals 4 is here. Minus 5y will come to this side to turn to 5y. Then 3x minus 5x will give us minus 2x is equivalent to 4 plus 5y. So minus 2 is still disturbing our x. I have to divide both sides by minus 2. I have minus 2 over minus 2. Minus 2 cancels out. I can allow this negative 2 down here to affect everything that is upstairs. So I will have that x is now minus 4 minus 5y all over just what? 2. Do you understand now? Okay, more problems. We just have 3 more tasks to call it a day. Okay, but after this, I'm going to send you a message that contains your assignment via WhatsApp. So I'll send you so many worksheets you are going to deal with to help me ascertain if you have actually learned the subject of the formula. Okay. In the number 8 question, we have ax plus c equals bx minus d. Ax plus c equals bx minus d. This is just what we are asked to tackle. And remember, we are still making x subject of the formula. And to make x subject of the formula, you've got to make the x to stay alone. So this bx will come here to meet this ax because both of them contain what? X. So I have ax minus bx is equivalent to minus d minus c. Hope you know. The plus c will come here, it changes to minus c. Now you'll find out that x is so common here, right? You factor it out. You have a minus b equals minus d minus c, because a minus b will be left when I factor out x here. Now I'll divide both sides by a minus what? B, so that x stays alone. Are you getting me? So I have a minus b, this cancels out. So x is equivalent to minus d minus c over a minus b. Do you know I'm not wrong if I write x is equal to d plus c over b minus a? Am I wrong? I multiply both the numerator and denominator by okay, go on, think out what happens here. Can you tell us? I'm waiting for you to tell me what is going on here.
Multiplied all of them by minus.
Very good. I multiplied all of them by negative 1, right? Because when I times this by minus 1, I'll get this. Minus 1, I'll get plus. If I times a by negative, negative touches a. If I times minus b by negative, it turns to what? Positive. So you are free to stop here or here. Whichever way you are stopping, you are getting the same word answer. They are equivalent. But the last one is more mature. It's more mature to leave your answer here. The examiner will know that you actually understand what we mean by the subject of a formula. Remember, to make a particular letter the subject of a formula, it implies to make that letter the sheaf, to make it the sheaf of that particular equation. So it's necessary you know all these tips. Let's see. In number 9, we have the cube root of x minus 9y is equivalent to what? 5. If you are well conversant with the laws of indices, you will find out that this can be written as x minus 9y to the power of 1 over 3. Do you know that? Cube root means 1 over 3. If it is fourth root, it is 1 over what? 4. If it is square root, it is 1 over 2. Equals what? 5. To kill this 1 over 3, I will raise both sides to a power of what? 3. So I will take the cube of both sides. So cube both sides. I have to take the cube of both sides. When I take it, I'll have x minus 9y power of 1 over 3 times what? 3 equals 5 raised to the power of 3. You get what I'm doing? Now 3 cancels out. I'll have x minus 9y is equal to 125 because 5 power 3 is 125. Then for x to stay alone, this minus 1 will come to the other side, it will turn to what? Plus. So x is now equivalent to 125 plus 9y. Okay, so you can put it down so that, okay, you're already done. Wow, so fast. finally, so y is equal to square root of x minus 5 all over 2. This is square root, right? And it can be written as y is x minus 5 all over 2 to a power of what? Half. To remove this half, I will raise both sides to a power of what? 2, right? I will square both sides so that this will cancel out. I will now have y squared is equal to x minus 5 all over 2. I can call this over 1. Cross multiply. If I cross multiply x minus 5 times 1, I have x minus 5 equals 2y squared. Is that not so? Then for x to stay alone, finally, I'll move minus 5 to the other side. So x is equal to 2y squared plus 5. And we've just made x the subject of the formula. At this point, we are coming to the conclusion of this class. So come and meet my very intelligent student that I tutored this afternoon. So I decided to video in so that you see this great man by name Great I've been talking about. So Great, one word for your audience. So let them see you talk to them. Let them see you talk to them so that they know that I have a very smart student this afternoon. So say hello. Come closer. Come closer.
Hello.
You don't want them to see your face?
Nah.
It's alright. Okay. Kindly hit the red button to subscribe to my channel. It gives you notification whenever I upload a new video. So have a nice day.